I did something different a couple of days ago during that back day. So I've had basically the same training of my back for quite a while now. Ever since the start of this block, I've just done the same thing. Incline row, pronated grip, neutral grip, lots of sets. Move on. That's the session. But yesterday or 2 days ago, I did something different, and now I'm feeling my back a little bit differently. And it's making me think. So I did my whole stack of rowing, and then I walked over to the cable machine as I was in my mind thinking about the back and how to activate it a bit better and whatnot. Obviously, when I pull the row towards my groin or towards my belly button, like that low pull really engages the lats. The higher you go in terms of where you're pulling to, like if you're pulling towards your neck, it's very much like traps and freaking shoulders and whatnot. So, just taking that idea on and on in my mind, and I just walked over to the cable machine and I took the straight bar and I was just doing a straight arm pull down. And that felt freaking amazing, man. I mean, today I've woken up with sore abs. That's kind of interesting. Sore abs from it and sore lats, but like lats like really low. Once again, kind of cool. When you're doing barbell rows or when you're doing incline rows or whatever I call chest supported rows, there's always a fight. It's hard to engage the movement pattern, the muscles that you want, because you're shifting this weight, and path of least resistance is usually the way it goes when the set gets heavy. Effective exercises are those that lock you in and don't allow you to go and borrow power from somewhere else. And you need both. You need, movements where you're just shifting weight and you're not thinking about anything else. But also it's very, very important to have exercises where you are engaging the tissue that you want to be engaging. And these straight arm pull downs, man, like they really are the ladder. They are engagement. You feel the contraction, all of that stuff. So in my mind, I was like, well, this is interesting. Like, what if I threw some of this stuff in and just help myself engage the right tissue before doing rows and whatnot. So the other day when I did them, I pre-exhausted a little bit. I mean, I was already exhausted, but like right at the end, I was supersetting straight arm pull downs and neutral grip rowing, chest supported rowing. I was weaker, obviously, when I got to the rows, but I felt my lats. I felt like, okay, so now I know what muscle to use. I don't just have to think about rowing down low into my groin or into my belly button. I can now literally feel it because of the pull downs. So this pull down exercise is really intriguing to me because when I think about what deadlifting is, I don't think there's anything more specific than that, man. Like you are literally doing exactly what you should be doing in the deadlift, which is obviously you're bracing, but you're also like, pulling that bar toward you as close as possible. And that's what the pull arm, the straight arm pull down is. And so today, I am sore in my back, and no, I did not train my back again. But I was just messing around with the exercise while I am sore and kind of feeling what this exercise is trying to do to me. And I'm loving it, man. I'm really, really loving it. And I've been thinking about adding a second session in the week for my back. And I thought, rowing can be quite taxing, obviously. Like I've experimented with this a lot. It's very heavy. It's very taxing. It can be really troublesome to recover twice a week to send it with rows. But, plugging in a second session where I'm doing these straight arm pull downs just for a few sets, just to kind of keep my mind connected to those lats, lower fibers, will be really beneficial, I think. And because you are not shifting a crazy amount of weight, you are not, really sending it with your nervous system, I have a feeling it will be quite easy to recover from these. Maybe I'm wrong. It's quite heavy on the isolation, but it's very low intensity in terms of the CNS. Like you don't have to be psyching yourself up before a freaking straight arm pull down. So these type of exercises excite me because they're not the primary, but they do impact you in a positive way where you are training the body, how to behave in certain positions. So when you do bend over to pick that bar up off the floor in a deadlift, you are going to be almost like rehearsed of what to do with your lats when you start pulling, because those lats are going to be used to doing the straight arm pull downs. And keeping that bar as close as possible to you is very, very important when it comes to the deadlift. It just helps your leverages. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.